Beautiful friends, welcome back. Alyssa from Flow From Within here. I'm so grateful and happy to have you back here. I hope you all had a beautiful week. If you're new to my channel, welcome. This is a channel that I created to hopefully just provide you all with tips and tricks and inspiration as you are evolving on your spiritual journey. Everything I provide you is hopefully just giving you a little bit of inspiration so you're able to flow from your life from a place from within yourself, from a place of your heart, from a place of your higher self, your higher calling. For this week, we are talking about this idea of creating space. There's so many people that like to use this expression of creating space in your life, but what does that actually mean? There are a lot of different ways to take this topic because there's so many different ways to create space in your life, but the way I'm going to try to explain this is to come from a place of thinking how everything is actually energy. Everything that we hold, everything that we touch, everything has energy involved in it. It's our energy that we're putting out towards the world, and it's the energy that we are reflecting back when we see something, say something to someone, meet someone. It's a certain energy that everything we see has energy attached to it. So moving from this place of knowing that everything has energy, it actually brings you into a higher vibration of then seeing things as space, taking up space in your life and taking up energy, because when everything is energy, the things that are taking up space in our life is actually also taking up our energy. So for me, I actually like to create space in my home when I think about creating space, and I also like to think about creating space in my mind because they're kind of attached one and the same. So when you're creating space in your home, it's you removing your energy from things that no longer serve you. This is when you go through your clothes. This is when you go through your books. This is when you're creating more of a holistic kind of space where there's more space in your home, because the less things that you have your energy attached to, the more space you're creating within your home, the less energy you have to put into your home, meaning then you have more energy to put back into yourself. I used to be not a hoarder, that's very extreme, but I used to have a lot more excess things than I actually needed. And when I started realizing that everything had an energy to it, I realized how much of my energy was being pulled and taken into account of making sure that everything in my home was accounted for. It would take a very long time for my roommates and I to clean our apartment because we had so much stuff. And so we always had to be cleaning certain things and putting our energy into cleaning certain things, and where is this, and can we find this, and I can't find this. And that's just because our energy was everywhere and we were just cluttered. So when I started going through things with my roommates and removing things from our apartment that weren't serving us anymore, it was creating more space in our environment, which then raised our vibration up higher because we weren't spending so many hours cleaning our apartment, one. And two, the whole energy lifted because there was nothing excess here. There wasn't anything that we were holding on to just for the sake of being attached to something. So when you're decluttering your home, you're creating a different energy in your home, because then what you're doing is you're throwing things away that no longer mean anything to you or no longer serve you in this reality right now. This is a good example that I've used because a lot of my girls have this. They have that ex-boyfriend box. It's like, this was the box of my first love boyfriend or my first love from college, or like, this is just all his stuff and I have all this stuff. But what that's doing is, one, it's putting your energy towards it because you're then emotionally still attached to this, but it's also holding physical space in your home. So then people want to say that they want someone new to come into their life. But how are you communicating with the universe that you're ready for something new to come into your life when your energy is still emotionally attached to your ex's things? And so it's being able to remove your energy from those things and creating space. So then maybe you throw out the box and then you have a space in your closet for a new person's box, for something new to come into your life, because you're no longer holding your energy in a past relationship, in something that's from the past and something that no longer serves you. So when you're starting to declutter your home, you're then creating space for new things to arrive into your home. And whenever you're removing your energy from something and creating space in your home environment for something new, new things start to be manifested to you. New beginnings, new people, new everything starts being manifested. Why? Because you're creating this space for something new to come. You're no longer holding on to this past energy in things that are in your home, remembering that everything you touch also has energy. also has energy attached to it. So it's making sure that you know that everything in your home serves a purpose for you, and also everything in your home are things that you want to devote your energy to, knowing that these are things that I love, and these are things that mean something to me, and these are things that are benefiting me right now into the reality that I'm in. This brings me into the second topic, which is then creating space in your mind. And I always find that it's easier for me to create space in my mind when I have less clutter around my environment. For me, when I say create space in your mind, it's really carving out that time. It's really creating space in your day where you're able to carve out those 5 to 10 minutes a day, if you can, where you're just alone with yourself and you're focusing on your internal world. You're focusing on that internal space, because yes, there's space out here, right? There's tangible things here that we can touch, but there's also space within yourself that needs to be decluttered, in the sense that there are memories sometimes that like to bottle up that you need to face. Some people like to call them purges. It sounds a little aggressive, but I understand what people mean by that, because sometimes things do need to be purged out of you. Sometimes things need to come out, and past memories need to come out, and sometimes you need to heal certain parts of yourself. And so some people like to call that as like you're purging things. That's when an old memory comes up, bubbles to the surface, and you find yourself crying again. So when I like to tell my students, create space within yourself, it's removing the old pain of sometimes past things, because then you're able to hold space in yourself for something new to come. So I always like to tell my friends, like, don't fear letting things go. Don't fear throwing things away, or donating things, or deleting things off your phone, deleting photos off your phone, deleting text off your phone, anything that no longer serves you or is holding space that's not going to communicate with your higher self that you're ready to move forward, or you're ready for something new, or you're ready for a new beginning. Then take inventory of that. And if it's still not time, that's completely okay too. All that means is you still have some internal work to do. All that means is that it's time for you to sit on your mat, or it's time for you to go for a walk, or it's time for you to ask yourself, why am I not ready yet? Why am I not ready? Why am I still energetically holding on to these things? So then once you're able to kind of know your answer, then you're able to move forward in a much more aligned place, because you're no longer just doing things out of habit. You know that everything that you're holding on to is serving a purpose, and you'll know when it's time to energetically let it go. But at the same time, you're no longer moving from a place of unknown. You're knowing where you are in your healing process and what you need to do to possibly heal further or faster or in a different way. But it's coming from an aligned place. It's coming from a place of a higher knowing. I was just on a rant, and then my doorbell just rang with an Amazon package. So I think that's Spirit's way of telling me to wrap this up. All right, beautiful friends, I'm going to leave this video here for now. If you have any questions on anything I discussed, please drop me a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. If this channel calls out to you, share it with your friends and family, and also follow me on Instagram at Flow From Within. I would love to see all of you beautiful new friends there. Again, my name is Alyssa, and I will talk to you all soon. Have a beautiful, beautiful week.